The film is based on a true story. A girl named Beverly, who has a rich imagination, plays with her sister Janet. This takes place in 1961 in Connecticut. The Donofrio family is getting ready for Christmas, and the house is filled with a festive atmosphere. Beverly went with her father to get a Christmas tree. On the way, they sang their favorite Christmas song. When the father asked her what she wants as a gift, Beverly said she wants to marry a handsome classmate who likes another girl. Of course, the father didn't like that. He advised her to think about books rather than boys. Then the events take us to New York, in 1986. Beverly has written a book, but she needs to solve a certain problem, or the novel won't be published. Beverly asked Jason to take her somewhere. She doesn't know that Jason is preparing for a serious conversation with her. It surprised Jason that Beverly decided to dedicate her book to him. He asked her not to do that. Then the events take us back in time again. It was 1965, Connecticut. Beverly and her friends Faye and Tina, wearing provocative dresses and bright makeup, are going to a party. Beverly is here to get the attention of a handsome guy named Sky. However, she's too shy to approach him. Time goes by, but Sky doesn't even look at Beverly. Instead, Tommy, the not-so-attractive boy in their class, stayed close to her. Not wanting to miss her chance, Beverly decided to take a bold step and handed a note to Sky, asking him to read it later. But Sky read the note with her love confession in front of all his friends. The guys mocked naive Beverly, who ran off to the restroom. She didn't know someone was here. A guy named Ray Hasek saw the girl crying and decided to cheer her up. Ray seemed a bit silly but kind. Beverly couldn't stop crying. Ray asked her what was wrong. Learning that Sky had ridiculed Beverly in front of everyone, Ray went to him and shoved. A fight broke out between the two guys. Despite Sky being taller and more muscular, Ray emerged as the winner. Beverly, Faye and her boyfriend ran away to avoid trouble. The company was riding around in car and having fun. Beverly thanked Ray. No one had ever stood up for her before. It turns out Ray has a tough life. His father perished while fishing, and his mother doesn't want to communicate with him, considering him a criminal, just like his older brother. However, Beverly didn't see Ray as a bad person and kissed him. But their fun was interrupted by Beverly's father, who is a policeman. The young people were taken to the police station. Beverly assured her father that they hadn't done anything wrong, but he didn't believe her and took her home without speaking further. In the present, Jason went to the gas station convenience store and called his girlfriend Amelia, promising to confess everything to his mother today. Jason is Beverly's son, and their relationship is not the simplest. Next, the events take us back in time again. Beverly panics, not knowing how to tell her parents about her pregnancy. To prepare for the conversation, Beverly practiced on Faye. A friend advised Beverly to tell Ray the news first. Now they're both deciding what to do. Beverly didn't expect to hear from Ray that he loves her. The guy promised to help her raise the child, but Beverly thinks that Ray is not the one she needs. She doesn't see a promising future with him. When Ray asked Beverly to marry him, she ducked the question. At home after calling Faye, Beverly said that she would rather be alone her whole life than marry Ray. Beverly doesn't know what to do next. She still hasn't confessed to her parents. She's afraid to disappoint them completely. Unable to muster the courage for that conversation, Beverly wrote a letter to her parents, using her writing talent. When the parents found out the truth, they were naturally very upset. The mother wants her daughter to continue her education, no matter what. The parents also insist that the daughter marry Ray so the child will be born within wedlock. Leo doesn't hide his disappointment. He told the daughter that she broke his heart and cried. Beverly realizes that she will have to marry Ray. Soon the wedding day arrived. Beverly would give anything not to be here. She feels like her life is over. Her friends have bright, fulfilling futures ahead, but she feels trapped. Ray is unemployed and jokes about it. While the guests are having fun, Beverly sits at the table looking despondent. She couldn't have imagined her life would turn out this way. Beverly complains to Faye that the parents are ashamed of her. Beverly herself understands that she's a disappointment to them. Suddenly Leo decided to make a toast. He was drunk and thanked all the guests for coming despite the shameful family situation. To support her friend, Faye also gave a toast. She believes in Beverly and wishes her great happiness. For the first time that day, Beverly smiled. But events took an unexpected turn when Faye confessed in front of everyone that she's also pregnant. Now the two girls are in the same situation. Together they'll make it through. After the wedding, Ray brought his wife to their new home. Ray looked enthusiastic, and Beverly was surprised to learn that her father helped her husband secure public housing. Perhaps it wasn't so bad. Beverly is genuinely happy that she and Ray will be living separately from her parents. Several months pass. The pregnant friends spend time together, and their friendship only grows stronger. Unlike them, Tina is going to prom. Beverly and Faye feel saddened that they're missing out on what their peers are experiencing. Beverly's mother often visits to help tidy up her house. Beverly is upset because as usual Ray is late coming home. Ray arrives home drunk. This isn't the first time this has happened. It seems that Ray is not as wonderful as he initially appeared. Beverly's mother tries to reason with her son-in-law, telling him he has to make money. But their conversation is interrupted by Beverly, whose water breaks. Soon Beverly gives birth to a baby boy. Leo still hasn't fully come to terms with the situation. Beverly looked exhausted. Ray apologized to her for everything, promising to be a good husband and father. Beverly believed him and forgave. Beverly thought she would have a daughter, so she was upset and even cried. However, Ray was very happy. Motherhood proved to be very challenging for Beverly. Besides everything else, she had to continue her studies. By this time, Faye already has a daughter named Amelia. Time went on. The older Jason grew, the harder it became for Beverly. The mother helps her, but she can't do all the chores for her daughter. Beverly dreams of passing entrance exams and going to university. However, the son might hinder her plans. Her future isn't turning out as she imagined. Ray never really grew up. Nevertheless, he tries to work and be a good father to Jason. One day during a walk with the children, Faye tearfully confessed that her husband wants a divorce because he's in love with another woman. Beverly promised a friend that she would support her in everything. Soon Beverly had an interview scheduled, so she brought the son to the husband's workplace to watch him. But it turned out that Ray didn't show up for work. According to his colleague, this isn't the first time it's happened. Beverly had to take the son with her to the interview. Now the question is whether she will receive the scholarship. However, a member of the admissions committee believed that the child would hinder Beverly's education. Beverly is upset and disappointed. Seeing that Ray is spending time with friends, she doesn't hide her anger. The husband, as usual, has been irresponsible. Now Beverly's dream of attending university is shattered. She had a tantrum right on the street, not understanding what she did to deserve this. Jason often witnesses his parents' arguments. In the present, he feels guilty. Jason believes that he's to blame for his mother not getting the scholarship. The mother realized something was bothering her son. That's when Jason admitted that he plans to change colleges. But Beverly is firmly against it. She wants her son to get an education and secure the life she always dreamed of as soon as possible. In the past, Beverly had to take a job at a snack bar. Girls from school make fun of her, saying that she found a job that suits her. While the wife is working, Ray is slacking off. One day Faye's mother suggested taking the kids to the movies so that the girls could relax. Beverly, who found some pills from her husband, wants to have some fun tonight. Faye's mother didn't like this at all and eventually refused to take the kids to the movies. Beverly feels tired of the son who constantly wants to be around her. When Jason finally left, Beverly confessed to the friend that she doesn't know if she loves her son. She should love him, but his birth has disrupted all her life plans. However, Beverly soon realizes that she truly cherishes her son. More than anything, she is afraid of losing him. Soon there was a party for Jason's birthday. Beverly gave him $20 and a card with a life plan. Beverly wants her son to achieve everything she didn't. Tommy, a former classmate of Beverly and Faye, came to the party. In school, Tommy wasn't very attractive, but now he has changed a lot. Tommy has always liked Beverly, but alas, she's married. Tina also came to the party, not to join the celebration but to say goodbye. Tina is leaving for New York since her fiancé Kevin got into college, just like she did. Beverly could barely hold back her tears. Tina's life was going so much better than hers or Faye's. Throughout the rest of the party, Beverly was upset. Tommy approached her, asking if everything was alright. She didn't hide her feelings. When Tommy suggested taking a walk, Beverly agreed because she wanted to talk it out. She's 22 years old, and she still hasn't come to terms with the fact that this is her life. Tommy said that anyone can change their life. He also promised to help Beverly if she decides to move with her family to California and tries to get into university. Beverly realizes that Ray won't agree to that. She hugged Tommy, sincerely thanking him for his support. In the morning, Beverly asked her husband what he thinks about moving to California. Surprisingly, Ray agreed. In the evening while his wife was packing, Ray left the house. In the morning, Beverly received a call from the mother, who asked her to come urgently. It turned out that Ray had spent all their saved money on substances. Now they don't have the means to move. Beverly can't believe it and no longer intends to forgive Ray. But Leo believes that their daughter shouldn't divorce because Jason needs a father. Beverly's parents decided to help their son-in-law through withdrawal symptoms. He suffered from severe symptoms the whole day. Beverly distracted her son as best she could. Once again, her dream of a better life crumbled. In the morning, Beverly learned from her son that Ray had left. He returned only in the evening and was drunk. Beverly is tired of listening to his apologies and wants her husband to just leave. Ray begged his wife for another chance. Beverly in turn asked Ray to think once as an adult. She doesn't want her son to grow up in such an environment. Deep down, Ray understands that his wife is right. He went into the son's room to wish him goodnight. Ray was barely holding back tears. He made the decision to leave because it would be better for his family. Ray said goodbye to his son. Jason ran after him, asking the father to take him along. But Ray just left. Jason blames his mother for this. He doesn't yet realize that she did it for him. In the present, the mother and son stopped at a roadside cafe. While Beverly was in the restroom, Jason called Amelia, who was already packing and making plans to move. Jason confessed that his mother didn't allow him to change universities. Of course, Amelia was disappointed. She genuinely doesn't understand why Beverly makes decisions for her son. Despite her deep love for Jason, Amelia isn't willing to give up her plans and decides to leave without him. Jason looks at his mother, feeling powerless. In the past, the mother and son often clashed. Beverly works 2 jobs and attends evening school, so she doesn't have time for her son. Despite Beverly's efforts, there's not enough money for anything. When Jason and Amelia were playing outside, the girl said her father sent a photo of his new wife. This makes Amelia cry. Jason doesn't even know where his father is now, but he'd prefer to be with him rather than his mother, who doesn't understand him. Meanwhile, Beverly and Faye agreed to get involved in Lizard's illegal business, a friend of Ray's. All they want is to earn money and leave this town. But no one expected Jason to turn them into his cop grandfather as revenge. Soon Beverly is in jail, but someone bails her out. Turns out it was Faye. She used Beverly's savings because there was no other choice. Faye's brother posted bail for Faye herself. Faye shared that he offered her to move to Arizona with him so that she and her daughter could start a new life. Faye doesn't want to leave her friend, but this is her only chance to change something. Beverly understands this and lets her go. Soon the friends said their goodbyes, hugging for a long time. Jason also said goodbye to Amelia. Beverly tried not to show how devastated she really was. Jason can no longer keep the feeling of guilt inside and confesses to the mother that it was he who told everything to his grandfather. Of course, Beverly got angry. She was counting on that money, hoping to move to New York. Moreover, because of Jason, Faye left. He ruined their lives. In the present, Jason remembers his mother's words. After all these years, the son and mother are about to meet Ray. Beverly hesitated before knocking on the door. Soon a drunk woman came out to them. She didn't seem friendly, but she let them in. The house was cramped and messy. Ray couldn't believe that Beverly and their 20-year-old son were really in front of him. This meeting was a shock to him. Now Ray is married again. His new wife's name is Shirley. Jason didn't know how to behave. Everyone was confused. Finally, Beverly revealed that she works at a small newspaper in New York. For the past 4 years, she has been working on a book. The publishing house agreed to print her novel, but since Ray is mentioned in it, his signature confirming that he has no objections is needed. Ray agreed to sign the document, but Shirley was vehemently against it and demanded $100,000 from Beverly. Beverly can't believe Ray supported his wife in this. Over all these years, she raised their son alone and didn't ask her ex-husband for money, only to receive treachery in return. The mother and son were forced to leave with nothing. Jason is very disappointed by the meeting with his father, who looks like a fallen person. Beverly left with a heavy heart. Suddenly, Ray came out of his house and asked his son to come closer. Ray is really sorry for being a bad husband and father. Now he wants to do something to help his son. When Ray hugged him, he discreetly passed the signed paper. He had to do it discreetly because Shirley was watching from the window. Later, the mother and son met at the pier. For the first time, Jason said everything he was thinking. The young man wants to transfer to college to be with Amelia, but their plans collapsed because of his mother. Furthermore, Jason has a hard time living with the realization that his birth ruined his mother's life. She hinted at it multiple times in her book. Both the son and the mother were crying. Beverly feels that she couldn't handle it. Even the fact that Ray signed the paper didn't bring her relief. Suddenly, Ray said seriously to his mother that he needed her help. In the end, Beverly let her son go to his beloved in Indiana. Before Jason left, the mother told him that he was not to blame for anything. In the toughest moments, he was her salvation. Their life was full of trials, but now a new chapter begins for them. Later, Beverly called the father and asked him to pick her up. Their relationship is still strained, but they still remain one family. That's the most important thing in life.